Hello and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Blades of Fire on the Lenovo Legion Go. And what I'm doing today is I've connected my Haltech Alpha eGPU and I'm playing this with an external GPU connected to the Legion Go. So I've got the Legion Space Tracker here, so you can track the performance of the game. And I'm going to be talking about the settings of the game, what kind of settings I'm playing with, and whether I'm using any kind of frame generation or not. I'm going to be talking about all those things. And overall, I'm just going to be sharing my experience of how this game runs on the Legion Go. Please note, this is not available on Steam, unfortunately. So this is being played through my Epic Games game library. So that's something to keep in mind. But like all my videos go, this is not a review of the game itself. I'm just making a video on the performance of this game on the Legion Go. So that's something that you have to keep in mind while you're watching this video. With that said, let's get started, folks. All right, so I've turned my lights off like all my videos go. Something that I need to mention, if I haven't told this already, then please note that I'm not running any kind of frame generation. So I've turned off AFMF 2.1. I'm not using any kind of upscaling like Radeon Super Resolution or Radeon Image Sharpening while playing this game, simply because I have an external GPU connected to it. So I do want to share the game settings that I'm playing with. And right after this cutscene, I'm going to be showing you the settings that this game is running on. Now, the performance can be tracked here. So let's just quickly try to get over this section here. It's giving me a very healthy 84 to 90 FPS so far. What kind of resolution am I playing with? I'm going to be sharing all that information very soon. But just take a look at the native frame rate in that performance tracker. It's giving me well over 60, 68, 70 FPS. And overall, this looks mighty good. Yeah, it does. So this is Blades of Fire, guys. This is a brand new title, and critics have been pretty satisfied with this game. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece, but from the reviews that I've read and seen online, I think especially fans of the whole Souls genre are going to be appreciating this game because this game has a flavor of the Souls genre, and this also combines the Souls genre with something like God of War series, the rebooted version, and there are action RPG elements in here as well. So overall, as you can see, we have now loaded into the game, and as my performance tracker states, I'm still getting over 60 FPS. But what resolution am I getting this on? So that's exactly what we're going to take a look at. So I'm quickly going to get into the game settings, and I'm going to share the game settings with you lovely folks. So I'm playing this currently on a 1080p resolution. And of course, VSync is off, but I can turn the VSync on simply because I'm playing this on an external monitor or display. There is no frame rate cap. There is no frame generation on, but let's turn it on and see because I was already getting like 60 FPS. So this is in-game frame generation. This is not AFMF 2.1. So the texture detail has been kept on high. And from within the game, I'm going to be using AMD's FSR 3.0. The super resolution has been kept at 50%. The FPS target, I'm going to keep that at 60%. And I'm going to go along with a balanced graphical preset simply because I'm using FSR 3.0. So everything is mostly on the balanced preset. We're going to apply those changes and we're going to see how this impacts the game positively because we were getting over 60 FPS. And now let's take a look at what these settings will do to the game. I'm still recording about 59, 60 FPS as per the Legion Space Tracker. So this is what the game is performing like. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to come over here, and this is 1080p, guys. 1080p is what I'm running this game with. So let's quickly start playing this game now. So I'm just going to pan the camera around. I'm using my mouse and keyboard to play this. So this is a strong attack. This is a light attack. All right. And we have control to dodge. Okay, we have space to block. This is to lock onto a character. Body strike, head strike, right strike. Okay, we've got all. We've covered everything on. So now let's try this. Okay, all right. And this is for dodging. Perfect. Okay, so this is a solid 60 FPS. But what I also want to do, guys, is I want to turn MSI's Afterburner on, and I want to show you the game's performance with MSI's Afterburner turned on. So let's try to take a look at that as well. Okay, so what I wanted to do was crank the resolution up and see if it actually makes a difference, because prior to this, I was running this at 1080p. And now what I've done is I've gone into the settings, my display settings of my PC, and I cranked the resolution up to 1440p. And now I even have the option of 1440p. Earlier, I did not get an option because the display settings, well, they were kept at only 1080p. But now this is 1440p. And I am running this with the RX 7600M XT, as you can clearly see. And I've already shown you the settings that I'm running this game with. Of course, I'm using AMD's FSR 3.0. The frame generation is on. I even have MSI's Afterburner running in the background. And on top of that, I have Legion Spaces Tracker out here as well. Well, I ran into some problem when I tried to initially run MSI's Afterburner in the background. The problem was the game crashed. It's because when you have a lot of these background tasks running, it can have a negative impact on the game and your game can crash. So I only do this for the sake of making these videos. But if you're on your own, if you're playing this game, I would just turn these trackers off as much as possible so that it's not interfering with my game, because sometimes it can have a very negative impact on your game. So here, again, I'm just making these videos. That's why I'm running these trackers, but I wouldn't recommend that you do. At least, I mean, if you are happy just feeling the game. So here you can see this is 1440p now, and the game looks pretty good. It looks really nice, really sharp, and thankfully I'm still able to extract like 60 FPS. Now please note the RX 7600 MXT is most likely a medium 1440p card. And sometimes when you run games at 1080p with an eGPU, you can actually also run into some bottlenecking. So here, irrespective of whether you're running this at 1080p or 1440p, the game still runs really well. And as you can see, yep, I'm playing this with a mouse and a keyboard, which I'm not used to, by the way. But still, I'm doing that because unfortunately, I don't have the option of connecting my PlayStation 4 controller here. So that is an issue that I ran into when running this game. But overall, guys, I mean, this game is running really smooth. You can see from the performance tracker, and yes, this definitely feels like a smooth 60 FPS. And that was an action scene. Now, please note, when I make these videos, I don't make these videos to comment on the quality of the game. I mean, sometimes I do make exceptions. And if I'm overly excited, then yes, I do end up talking about the game itself. But here in this case, I'm not going to be talking about the game. There are already a lot of videos that you can find online where you have reviewers speaking about the quality of the game. I'm purely talking from the performance perspective. So far, so good. It's not bad. As you can see, this is really good performance. And it's a solid 60 FPS, guys. I would say this is one of those other AA titles that we've been blessed with. And this has been AA season, guys, starting with Clair Obscure, Expedition 33. Then we had the Fall of Babylon, Tainted Grail, and we now have Blades of Fire. I ended up calling this Blades of Fury for some reason in the other video that I was making. But But here we are, guys. This game is running well so far. Okay, two guys. Let's see how this works. Okay, select the enemy in front of you. T is next. All right. Hold the defensive stance. Okay, and your stamina will increase. I got it. Okay. So far, great looking game. It has a unique game style. I think it's clearly inspired by God of War for sure. Ooh, not bad. So I have the volume turned off just because I'm recording and I tend to get distracted. So that's why. But the audio design of this game is also pretty good. I mean, the art direction, the art design is looking pretty all right to begin with. The characters don't look uh, top notch. Completely understand that because, again, like I told you, this is a double A title. But for what it doesn't look bad. It's not demanding that solid AAA price as well, because on Epic Games library, this is just 3,200 Indian rupees. So it's not overly expensive because generally AAA titles charge around 5,000 rupees now. So it's almost half the price, you could say. Some even go up to 5,500, 6,000. So it is technically almost half the price. But at this price, it is giving a solid experience so far. Of course, I would have enjoyed playing this with a controller. For some reason, I've tried both my uh, PlayStation 4 controller. I've got a wired Xbox controller, and even that does not seem to be running for some reason. I tried to add this to my Steam library, and it just wouldn't launch from Steam. So I can't even play this using an external controller. So here I am playing this with a mouse and a keyboard, which I'm least comfortable with. But again, guys, this is solid performance that I'm getting. So far, I've only had one crash because of running MSI's Afterburner in the background. That's when I turned it on for the first time. But now I don't have a problem running two trackers, MSI's Afterburner and even Legion Space Tracker. And both are clearly stating that I'm getting like 60 FPS, a solid 60 FPS. Now, in terms of the GPU memory, because the RX 7600 MXT is an 8 GB VRAM card, I'm utilizing almost all of it. If you take a look at it, like 7.88 GB of the VRAM is actually getting used. Now, I'm at a TDP of 20 watts. You can try to go up beyond that on your Legion Go, but the problem that I always run into when connecting to an eGPU and turning the TDP over to 20 plus FPS is that it runs into crashes because it overheats. The system overheats, and I don't think it can take that combo of an eGPU and Legion Go together. And you will have frequent disconnects of the GPU or even any other external devices that you've got connected, like an SSD, etc. So I would suggest that as far as the TDP goes, always run on a performance mode instead of maxing the TDP out when you're connected to an eGPU. Otherwise, your system will just overheat. And by the way, I even have fans running beneath my eGPU and the Legion Go just to keep the system cool. So 20 watts TDP is fine. The GPU is running out of 40 watts, 45 watts, you could say, 47 even, 49 even, maxing out there. And 50 plus, 73 plus. So it's all over the place. But overall, guys, as you can see, the performance is pretty solid. I haven't played a lot of this game, by the way, so it's too early for me to comment on the quality of the game itself. Maybe I'll make another video where I actually end up talking about the experience that I've had with this game and what I personally feel about it. But again, like I told you at the start of the video, and I've told this multiple times in this video, this is all about the performance of this game. This game is looking solid. It is beautiful to look at. There's no doubt about that. The art direction is pretty solid. That some of the textures, however, look rough. Now, that could also be because of the fact that I'm running this on a balanced preset, and some of those settings that I have turned on is either low or medium settings. Because again, 1440p card, RX 7600 MXT. But overall, on a big screen from a distance of 8 feet away, this looks very sharp. I have no aliasing issues. I have no shimmering. And I'm sure even on this video of mine, you don't notice any of that. So there are no jaggies, no jagged edges. The characters look well designed. The voice acting is okay. The background score is also fine. And overall, I think you're going to be pretty happy with what you're getting for 3,200 Indian rupees. And I for sure am pretty happy so far. The performance is running pretty well. And I think you're going to be happy with this game, and the performance of the game is also pretty good. I might end up making another video where I actually end up talking about this game's performance without an external GPU connected to it. So when I natively run it on the Legion Go, how well does this perform? And what if I run this with AFMF 2.1, and if I have something like Radeon Super Resolution or Radeon Image Sharpening being used in the background? So as far as this video goes, it's a wrap for this one goes. Um, as far as this one goes, and I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. But before I go, if you've liked the content, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button, and also the bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. I do make videos like this. These are my Let's Play videos on the Legion Go, and I have a lot of gameplay videos, game reviews, and I also have um, videos on products related to gaming on my channel. So feel free to scroll through my video list, and you can check out the other videos that I have on Legion Go and the best settings that you can run your Legion Go with. So I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.